Welcome to BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher along with BNEWS Director Rich Hosford, BNEWS reporters Robert Paris and Chris Flaherty, Peter Brown with the weather, Maddie Shipka with the community calendar, and Marge McDonald with Senior News. Thank you for joining us. A Lowell man was arrested after allegedly attempting to pass a fake check and then grabbed a teller's arm after she questioned him about its authenticity. Police responded to the Rockland Trust Bank at 170 Cambridge Street at 10:24 a.m. on Thursday, June 14th, on a report of an assault. When they arrived, they were told that a man had attempted to pass to a teller what appeared to be an altered payroll check for $1,228.75. Detective James Tiggis said that when the teller asked the man about the check, he attempted to grab his ID and the check from her. In attempting to get these things, he went around a table and in the process grabbed the teller's arm. The suspect managed to get his ID back, but left the check behind as he fled on foot in an unknown direction. The bank employee was not injured during the incident. Tiggis said that police were able to identify the man because the check was made out to him and was issued by his employer in Winchester. Police went to the business where the suspect eventually turned up and was questioned. Police then issued a summons for Deshaun Sylvette Owens, 32 of Lowell, on charges of forgery of a check, uttering a false check, attempted larceny by check, and assault and battery. Burlington's next town administrator has been chosen. On Monday night, the Burlington Board of Selectmen voted 5-0 to appoint current town accountant, assistant town administrator Paul Sagarino to the position. He will replace current town administrator John Petrin, who is set to retire next year, likely in March. As reported on BNews last week, the board held interviews for 3 internal candidates who had applied for the position. They were Planning Director Kristen Kasner, Purchasing Analysts Catherine Moskos, and Sagarino. This week, the board had 2 decisions to make. First was whether they were going to choose among the internal candidates or conduct an external search. And the second was if they decided to appoint one of the town employees, who would they choose? During the meeting, board members said they were happy with all 3 candidates and decided they would choose one of the 3 from the internal group. Chairman Chris Hartling said all the members of the board had taken this decision very seriously. Other members spoke about how they had sought the opinions of various people in both town government and among residents for their input. In the end, Hartling and his feelings was to go with someone who had shown leadership in town, and he suggested the board appoint Sagarino. The other members of the board agreed, and the unanimous vote was made. After the vote, Sagarino was fetched from his office across the hall and given the news. He was then asked to say a few words. Here is his response.
I'd just like to say I'm very grateful for the opportunity, and I'm really humbled by the board's confidence in me. And, you know, I'm prepared to work as hard as I need to become the town administrator that you are hoping to hire tonight, and, you know, fill the shoes of some great ones we've had over the years. So thank you very much. You know, you guys know I love the town, so this is a very amazing night for me right now. So thank you.
Town Administrator Petrin said that between now and when he retires, the board will have to come up with a transition plan and work to fill the town accountant position. The board will also have to finalize a contract with Sagarino for his new position. There was a special guest at Burlington Town Hall on Monday evening. The Board of Selectmen welcomed Olympic gold medal U.S. women's ice hockey team member and Burlington resident Kelly Flanagan to their meeting to present her with a proclamation in honor of her participation in the 2018 Winter Olympic Games in Pyeongchang, South Korea. Members of the board welcomed the hometown gold medal winner and took some time taking pictures with her and her medal. They also presented her with a framed copy of the proclamation. Here is Selectman Mike Runyon reading the proclamation.
On behalf of the Board of Selectmen, I would like to present you with this proclamation, and it says, "Be it hereby known to all that the Burlington Board of Selectmen offers its sincerest congratulations to an unheralded member of the Boston College hockey team and Burlington resident, Kelly Flanagan, in recognition of being an Olympic gold medalist as a member of the USA 2018 Olympic women's ice hockey team, South Korea Winter Games. And the Board of Selectmen extends best wishes to Kelly for continued success in her lifetime goals and achievements, given this 25th day of June 2018 by the Burlington Board of Selectmen."
A young Burlington resident is working with his family to create something everyone can enjoy at his school. Elliot Parsons, who will be entering the 3rd grade at Fox Hill next September, will be able to point to a new trail at the school and tell his classmates he helped create it. BNews Director Rich Hosford went to check it out and has this report.
There was an unexpectedly young face at the June 14th Conservation Commission meeting. Fox Hill Elementary School 2nd grader Elliot Parsons took the guest seat to deliver a presentation to the commission concerning a project that he and his family are passionate about. Elliot explained that they want to take an unused and often litter-filled piece of land on Fox Hill property and turn it into a walking and biking trail that everyone in the community can use. The whole thing started after Elliot, while walking home from school, noticed that people had been dumping trash in the woods and he wanted to help clean it up.
I started picking up trash and I noticed a lot of littering around here and in the woods.
And what did you think when you saw the litter in the woods?
People sometimes don't really care about the environment.
And did you want to make a difference, and how did you do it?
Making this trail.
Both of our kids go to the Fox Hill Elementary School. We live about a mile down the road and often walk to school or ride our bikes. And Elliot in particular started noticing trash along the road and wanted to clean up. And so we had been cleaning up on our way back and forth from school for the last year or two. And Elliot is getting very into mountain biking, and he loves trails. He loves being in the woods and being outside. And he really got excited about the idea of using this plot of woods that's currently unused. It belongs to the Fox Hill Elementary property to make a nature trail.
Once they were given the go-ahead from the school and the town, they designed the trail with help from the New England Mountain Biking Association. Then it was out into the woods, tools in hand, to blaze a trail.
Going through and doing corridor clearings, so that means clipping branches that are sticking out into the place where the trail will be, and cutting down, really small trees, things that are maybe, less than 3 or 4 inches around that are in the way, and then raking the ground so that we can get down to some sort of solid dirt that'll be nice for people to walk or bike on.
And we marked out the trail last weekend and cleared some brush, some down trees. And this week we are raking out the main trail and preparing it. And with a little bit of use, that main trail is going to be ready to go very soon.
Along with having a new trail for public use, the family is also hoping that making the area usable will prevent people from throwing trash there.
We thought if this area were being used for recreation and the enjoyment of nature, that would perhaps discourage some of the dumping that we'd seen going on.
I think they will stop dumping so much because now it looks more used and not abandoned.
They are also working with the Burlington School Department Science Center with the hope the newly opened woods will be used for educational purposes.
We would hope to use it for some programs for schools, bring out kids out in nature walks, look at local flora and fauna, being able to just, take those walks or riding your bike out there. Hopefully it would be a less of a deterrent to just seeing it as kind of, a side piece of land where nothing's going on. So I'm hoping that it brings the community, the school, the teachers, and all of that into the woods and into nature and really think about, caring for our earth the way it should be.
Finally, the project is well underway, but there is still a lot of work to do. Anyone who wants to get involved is invited to come lend a hand.
Anyone who's handy with a rake can get in touch with us. We just created the email address foxhillnaturetrail, all one word, @gmail.com. So you can send us an email if you want to get involved with helping out. And we can send you the plans, and we can meet you on the weekend, and we can explore the woods a bit.
In the woods behind Fox Hill Elementary School, I'm BNews Director Rich Hosford.
The Burlington Fire Department welcomed a new member on Monday night. At the recommendation of Fire Department Chief Steve Yetman, Town Administrator John Petrin appointed Connor McLean as the department's newest firefighter paramedic. Yetman said McLean will be filling an open vacancy in the ranks of this department. He is also a certified paramedic, which will help with the department's recent push to switch from basic life support to advanced life support. McLean is a native of Newburyport who was raised in Amesbury. He is an emergency medical technician and actually took the EMT course while still in high school. He holds an associate's degree in fire science from North Shore Community College and received a Firefighter 1 certification through the New Hampshire Fire Academy. McLean earned his paramedic certification in 2017 from the New England EMS Institute, Elliott Hospital, and qualified for both the state and national certifications. He is also certified in advanced cardiac life support as well as pediatric advanced life support. McLean currently works for Frisbee Memorial Hospital as a paramedic, the Atlantic Ambulance Service, and part-time with the Newbury Fire Department. The Board of Selectmen voted to waive the 15-day waiting period. Lahey Health held their 13th annual 5K cancer walk and run at Burlington High School. The event was a way to help fight cancer and honor those who have been affected by the disease. BNEWS reporter Robert Paris was there and files this report.
Ready, set, go. On Saturday, June 23rd, Lahey Health held their 13th annual 5K cancer walk and run at Burlington High School.
This is our main fundraising event for our cancer services program at Lahey Hospital and Medical Center, and we also share the funds across the Lahey Health system with our other hospitals, Winchester and also Beverly and Addison Gilbert. So it's an incredibly important event. It really is the main way that we're able to bring everybody together. Patients are here, families are here, people that are friends of those patients are here, as well as all the caregivers. Getting everybody together for a single activity where everyone is basically trying to work together to get some funds to be able to fund the programs that we have at Lahey Health.
Teams from all across New England came out and showed their support for their loved ones.
So we're representing HIM, we're HIM Team Scotty, and this is the 5th year we're walking. And we're celebrating, it's going to be 2 years this coming August that Scotty here has been clean. So
yep.
It's a great event, you know, we get lots of support, and it's great for everybody.
Yeah, Team Papa, he was really the backbone of the family. Had built strong family values throughout everyone. Unfortunately lost the battle to cancer, and we got a second year showing here. We got a big team here, so it's good to be here.
So our team is Team Ludi, and Linda is the team captain, and she is the Ludi that we are here for.
I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer about a year ago, and I've had exceptional care at Winchester's Cancer Center as well as Lahey Medical Center. So this is our way of giving back to the medical center and to Winchester's Cancer Center to raise money so that other patients will receive the same exceptional care that I've received.
Before the race began, a brief ceremony took place with the cancer survivors telling their stories, including John Lima.
Yeah, this is a great event that I've been privileged to participate in for a couple of years, raising money for a wonderful cause, and one whose a cause whose benevolence I've personally benefited from. Having had surgery here a few years back, I know the good work that these people do, and that their talents are benefiting others every day, and it's something that I'm glad to come back and help support every year.
I got a chance to speak with the winners from the women's and men's side of the race.
I'm really here for my friend Sarah O'Brien. She had breast cancer a few years ago. She's been 5 years free this year. So I run it almost every year in support of her. We try to raise some money for breast cancer research.
I've been running every day for the past 8 years in preparation for different races, and this is just part of that. So getting out there and running every day is how I got ready for this, yeah.
Finally, we're all walking or running for a cure.
Everybody is working together basically to try to toward the same cause. I think we're trying to help our patients have the best possible care in their local communities. And so I think this really brings everyone together and kind of shows what they're able to do together as a collective effort.
I hope people realize that cancer touches people's lives one by one. They touch families' lives. And I hope that the stories that they heard, in fact, will make the work that they are doing to support us very special and profound for them.
That cancer is something that needs to be addressed every single day. This is one day and one event in which they are raising funds in order to do the work they do. But it's something that people and survivors deal with every single day.
From Burlington High School, I'm Robert Paris for BNEWS Weekly.
Last Saturday, the American Legion Riders, Chapter 273, held their annual American Heroes motorcycle run. The run is a fundraiser dedicated to improving the lives of veterans and their families. BNews reporter Chris Flaherty has this look at the event.
Saturday morning, a fleet of motorcyclists assembled in Burlington for the annual American Heroes motorcycle run.
This event we've been running for about 5 years, 6 years now. What we are is a veterans organization assigned out of the post here. We're American Legion Riders, Chapter 273. What we do is every year around January we sit down, we figure out, okay, veterans organizations, that's what our mission is, to help veterans organizations. From January on till June, we organize this ride as far as getting sponsorships go, donations, so on and so forth, just to make this happen.
Each year, 100% of the event's proceeds go directly to organizations dedicated to helping veterans and their families.
This year we've done the American Legion Legacy Fund, which is a post 9/11 scholarship fund for anybody that was killed in action in Iraq or Afghanistan or anything like that. Their children, what the scholarship fund does is it allows their children to go, or helps their children go to college. The other half of the money that we made today will go to Homes for the Troops. And what that organization is what they do is they build special homes for veterans that have, lost legs, arms, whatever the case is, that have special needs. They'll buy the land and build a home from the ground up specifically for what their needs are, them and their families.
The ride was a round trip from the American Legion post on Wynn Street to the one located in Shirley, Massachusetts. Despite the less than agreeable weather, it turned out to be a successful ride.
All things considered, it wasn't bad. It was a little wet on the way out. The turnout was better than I expected. It was very, very good. I think we had probably close to 100 bikes on the start, so it was really, really good. I was very, very pleased with the turnout and how everything went. And the ride was good. It was safe. I was escorted by NEMLIC. All my rides are escorted by the police department to help us out with safety and everything else, and traffic and so on. And turned out to be a fantastic ride.
Through events like this, the American Legion Riders hope to make lives better for veterans everywhere.
There's a lot of veterans out there. I'm a Vietnam vet myself. When I came home, things were a lot different. People didn't like us. They actually hated us. The public had no respect for us. My mission when I got involved with this a bunch of years ago was to make sure that never happened to any veteran again. And that's one of the reasons I do it. That's the main reason I do it, is that put the word out, make people aware that, hey, these guys are out there, they're sacrificing every day away from their family, their lives, parts of their body, so on and so forth, and they deserve the respect and help that we can give them.
Until next time, this is Chris Flaherty for BNEWS Weekly.
On Thursday, Governor Charlie Baker signed the Grand Bargain Bill that included many provisions, including one put forward by Burlington State Rep Ken Gordon. According to Rep Gordon, the bill included the paid family and medical leave program that he spent over a year working on. The family leave portion of the bill will provide partial wage replacements for up to 12 weeks for workers to care for the birth or adoption of a child, or to care for a hospitalized child, parent, spouse, or other specified relative, or one who is under constant medical care. It will provide for up to 20 weeks of wage replacement for a worker's own non-workplace related injury. Lower paid workers will receive a greater wage replacement than higher paid workers. The program calls upon employers and employees to provide a premium into an insurance plan. Employers and employees will split the premium equally, but businesses that employ fewer than 25 workers will not be charged their share. The Grand Bargain Bill will also incrementally raise the minimum wage to $15 an hour over 5 years and raise the minimum wage for tipped workers to $6.75. The bill will also create a permanent sales tax holiday each August and eliminate the requirement that employers pay their workers time and a half on Sundays and holidays. We go now to BNews weatherman Peter Brown in our Weather Center to see what's in store for the weekend and next week's 4th of July holiday. We'll also check out the community calendar with Maddie Shipka to see what's happening in Burlington.
Well, hello everyone, and this is Peter Brown with a look at your weather for the next 7 days, and this is going to be a very important forecast because this is going to take us actually all the way through to the 4th of July holiday. I know, hard to believe that we are actually at that point of the year already. Now, starting out our period going on into Thursday, we're going to see high temperatures just about average, a little bit below. You're definitely going to notice a real humid feel to the air when you go out there on Thursday in the Burlington area, and we're going to have to keep an eye on that because that's going to bring with it maybe the chance of some pretty heavy rain and thunderstorms. If you have to be out and about on Thursday, you're going to have to keep an eye to the sky for that. But as we get towards the end of the period here on the 4th of July, we see our average highs at this time of the year should be about around 80 degrees. And we're going to see temperatures during this period that are going to be significantly above average. And by the time we get to the 4th, again, we're going to see temperatures probably around this time, around this temperature, maybe a little bit higher. But the one thing that we notice here, we are at the absolute maximum of daylight. And the days, unfortunately, from here on out do get shorter, but that's something that we don't really have to worry about and notice until we get towards the latter part of August. So let's not even talk about that. Let's go ahead and show you some of that great weather that we're going to be having for the next 7 days. Now, look at this map. This is really a great summertime weather pattern map. I mean, there's really nothing going on here except for maybe a few showers and thunderstorms, like we said, to start out our period on Thursday. But after that, we're going to see this warm front pass through the Burlington area and way up into Canada. That's going to allow a Bermuda high to build southeast of us in New England here. And that's going to bring some incredibly warm and probably pretty humid air as we get towards the late Sunday and early Monday time frame. But all in all, we are really going to have a feel of summer coming up this week, that's for certain. Now, as we get towards the latter portion of the period, getting towards the 4th of July, we are going to see this cold front approaching the Burlington area, coming at us from south and eastern Canada. Now, that's going to start moving into our area probably on Tuesday, and it might slow down a little, so we're going to have to watch out for the 4th of July, especially as we're getting towards the parade in the morning and fireworks at night. We may have an extended period of maybe some showers and thunderstorms, so that's something we really have to take a look out for the next 7 days or so. Now, as we go ahead, let me show you some of those great temps and weather coming up for the next 7 days. And as promised, folks, summer is definitely here. Now, you notice on Thursday, starting on our period, again, we're going to see that chance of some showers and thunderstorms. And these could actually bring as much as 1.5 to 2 inches of rain to the Burlington area. And I know it seems funny to mention this, but we actually are a little bit behind normal on our rainfall, so we do need some beneficial rain. And it'd be great to get that in and out of here before the weekend gets here. Now, after those showers and storms move out of our area on Friday, look at this. We're going to definitely start to notice our temperatures climb into the lower 90s by Saturday. Now, on Sunday, we are forecasting a high up in the mid-90s, so if you have to be outdoors at all, it is going to be very humid, very, very warm. And there are some indications that it could be a little bit warmer than this. We're also going to have to see how far inland a sea breeze comes from the coast, and that, if that does happen, we might have to knock these temperatures down a little bit in the afternoon. But same thing on Monday going in. We still have some pretty hot conditions starting out your work week. Now, again, on Tuesday, we're going to see that chance of some showers and thunderstorms with the approach of a slow-moving cold front. Still, though, temperatures way up in the upper 80s. And, of course, all important on the 4th of July. If you're coming to the parade on the morning of the 4th of July or going out to see the fireworks, keep in mind that we may have an extended bit of rain and thunderstorms. So that may be something you're going to have to keep an eye on in the news in the next 7 days. But everyone, summer is definitely here. Get out there, enjoy the weather, and have a happy 4th.
Hi, I'm Nick Priest with the Burlington 4th of July Committee, and I want to welcome you all out to enjoy this year's 4th of July parade. The parade will begin at 11 a.m. Wednesday morning, and will start at Cambridge Street at the corner of Route 62. It's going to turn left down Wynn Street at Shaw's and end at Marshall Simons Middle School. So make sure you stake out your spot with your lawn chairs and get ready. Also, Wednesday evening, the Beatles tribute band Fab 4 will be performing on the town common at 6 p.m., followed by what is surely to be a fantastic fireworks display. On behalf of myself and the rest of the committee, we just want to wish you a happy Independence Day, and we look forward to seeing you at the parade.
I'm Maddie Shipka, and this is your Community Calendar. Let's celebrate our nation's birthday. On Wednesday, July 4th at 11 a.m., the town of Burlington will be having their annual 4th of July parade on Cambridge Street and Wynn Street. There will also be fireworks and a free concert on the Common at 6 p.m. Everyone is welcome and the parade is free. For more information, please visit the July 4th Committee on Facebook. Game on! On Friday, July 6th, from 4 to 5 p.m., the Burlington Public Library will be having a teen event called Teen Game Day. Come and verse your friends in board games, card games, and many more. The event is open from students from grades 6 through 12, and the event is free. For more information, please visit burlington.org or call 270-1690. Take a relaxing day trip to two beautiful Massachusetts islands. On Saturday, July 7th, the Burlington Parks and Recreation Department will be having a day trip to Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard. Nantucket, a tiny isolated island off of Cape Cod, features dune-backed beaches and has been designated by the Nature Conservancy as one of the last great places on Earth. Martha's Vineyard sits in the Atlantic just south of Cape Cod. This longtime New England summer colony encompasses harbor towns, farmland, lighthouses, and sandy beaches. Everyone is welcome. Pre-registration is required. The cost of the trip is $145 per person. To register, please visit burlingtonrecreation.org or call 781-270-1695. I'm Maddie Shipka, and this has been your Community Calendar.
With Peter Brown calling for some mighty hot temperatures, we thought it would be a good idea to go over some of the warning signs of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So we got in touch with the Burlington Board of Health, and they sent us some helpful pointers. When it is really hot outside, you should take some precautions. First, stay inside in a cool and air-conditioned room if possible. If you must go outside, wear appropriate clothing that is both lightweight and light in color. Make sure to drink plenty of water and take frequent breaks from strenuous activities. If you are in the sun, make sure you are wearing sunscreen and that you apply it and reapply it according to the instructions. You should also be aware of the signs of heat exhaustion, and which can be dangerous if not taken seriously can lead to heat stroke. Signs and symptoms of heat exhaustion are heavy sweating, paleness, muscle cramps, tiredness, weakness, dizziness, headache, upset stomach or vomiting, fainting. If you have any of these symptoms, you should drink cool, non-alcoholic beverages, get some rest, and move into an air-conditioned space. You can also take a cool, although not very cold, bath or shower. Get medical attention if symptoms get worse or last longer than 1 hour. More dangerous is heat stroke. According to the Mayo Clinic, heat stroke requires emergency treatment. Untreated heat stroke can quickly damage your brain, heart, kidneys, and muscles. The damage worsens the longer the treatment is delayed, increasing your risk of serious complications or even death. The signs and symptoms of heat stroke are very high body temperatures above 103, red, hot, and dry skin but no sweating, a rapid, strong pulse, throbbing headache, dizziness, upset stomach, confusion, and/or passing out. If someone is showing signs of heat stroke, get them immediate medical attention. If waiting for an emergency crew, respond. There are steps you can take to cool them off. Move the victim to a shady area or indoors. Do not give the person fluids. Cool the body by placing the person in a cool bath or shower, spraying with a garden hose, sponging them with cool water, and fanning them. Continue efforts to cool the person until help arrives or his or her body temperature falls below 102 and stays there. A couple of final notes: if you're in Burlington and don't have air conditioning, you can go to the Burlington Public Library, the Burlington Senior Center, or the Burlington Mall to be in a cool environment. Also, remember to not leave kids and pets in hot cars for any duration. Finally, if you have elderly neighbors, please check on them when the temperature is high and check for their safety, their well-being. One place where there's always a lot going on is the Senior Center. We go now to Council on Aging Director Marge McDonald for the latest senior news.
Hello, the COA has hit a snag with our renovation timeline, and we will now be closed the 13th, 16th, 17th, and 18th of July, rather than June 28th, 29th, and July 2nd and 3rd. Please make sure you have all of your business you need done with the COA office completed by 4 p.m. on Thursday, July 12th. Otherwise, you will need to wait until the 19th. On Thursday, July 12th, from 1 to 6:30 p.m., we are hosting a Battle of the Badges blood drive with the Red Cross. The battle is between our fire and police departments to see who raises more donations. Everyone is welcome to donate. Call 1-800-RED-CROSS to make an appointment. When you arrive on the 12th, just tell the person checking you in whether you want your donation counted toward the fire or police departments. I can't wait to see the outcome of this little competition. Bingo is coming back, I promise. We are planning on restarting it on Thursday, August 2nd at 12:30. Representative Ken Gordon will be in charge the first week with Selectman Mike Runyon, Burlington Area Chamber of Commerce President Rick Parker, and Rich Hosford from BCAT, along with Joy Richard from the Burlington Union, each taking a week. It should be a lot of fun, and we thank them all for stepping up to help us. Join Michelle Alex on Tuesday, July 10th at 1 o'clock with Shifting Gears as she goes over the rules of the road, defensive driving, and gives us some safe driving tips. The rules of the road have changed since we all taught our children to drive, and this presentation will make sure we know what they are, reducing our chances of having an accident or getting pulled over. This presentation is thanks in part to the Massachusetts Community Compact Grant, a safe and mobile future for older drivers. The Farmers Market has begun again. The Burlington COA Farmers Market is really CSA shares that Lahey sponsors for Burlington seniors. We start giving out numbers at noon on Wednesdays and the shares at 1 p.m. I accidentally put the Farmers Market in on Thursdays in the newsletter. The day remains on Wednesdays. Please note that beginning Tuesday, July 3rd, the walking group will be walking earlier at 8 a.m. to try to avoid some of the summer heat. If the temperature is above 75 degrees at 8 a.m., we will not be walking that day. We are attempting to come into the 21st century, which means we are trying something new with our technology for our movies. We will be using Amazon to watch our movies, which will allow us to show more up-to-date movies and movies we are interested in rather than what has been donated. We will be showing movies almost every Monday for the summer, as we do every summer. We start off our summer schedule with the movie Wonder Wheel with Jim Belushi, Justin Timberlake, and Kate Winslet on Monday, July 9th. July 23rd, we'll be showing Casablanca, and on the 30th, we'll be showing 9 to 5 with Dolly Parton. Finally, for July, remember, you won't receive an August newsletter, but the newsletter will be back in September. We are looking for volunteers to monitor the fitness rooms. Yes, you can use the equipment, but you don't have to. Greet people as they come in, lead workshops and activities, and if you have direct care experience, formal or informal, with a loved one with Alzheimer's, we'd love to have your help with a new program. Hopefully many of you have talents you are willing to share. We have a volunteer who will be teaching Mahjong. We also have someone who is going to help organize a sing-along and a jam session each week or month, depending on what we can fit in the schedule. I still need a computer-savvy person willing to volunteer their time to teach computer classes. And I also need a certified personal trainer willing to give some of their time to help seniors on their fitness journey. Any other program ideas? I'm open to suggestions and help rolling them out. Finally, summer has decided to show up this weekend, which is great, but can be dangerous for older folks who don't always have a great internal thermostat. Please make sure you check on older friends, family, and neighbors over the next several days. That's all for now. I'm Marge McDonald, and I hope to see you at the Senior Center.
Another week, another photo to highlight. This week we have some creative vandalism over at the Burlington Public Library. It was sent in by Neil Pandit of Neil Pandit Photography. It shows a bicycle that has been yarn bombed and decorated with a sign that says "Read." The piece is part of an ongoing yarn bombing event taking place at the library. Yarn bombing was started in Houston in the mid-2000s and was initially almost exclusively about reclaiming and personalizing sterile or cold public places. Now it is used for various reasons, and in this case as a fun decoration of items at the library. Thanks for the photo, Neil. We'd like to see your photos. They could be of something you see around town, the weather outside your own door, or your photos of families, friends, and pets. Email your photo to bcat@bcattv.org with the subject line Photo of the Week. Okay, that's it from the news desk here at BNEWS Weekly. I'm Phil Gallagher along with Rich Hosford, Chris Flaherty, Robert Parris, Peter Brown, Maddie Shipka, and Marge McDonald. Thank you for joining us.